I told the woman, I said, yeah, the only reason I found out about this is because my aunt changed the address, and then I said, what about paperwork? The court will send you paperwork. That's not even how it works. The court sends, I guess, a citation thing to Auntie, and she has to give it to all interested parties in case they want to object. And Tina and I were joking, and like, my aunt wouldn't care if it came like 2 weeks before the March, whatever, when it's supposed to become permanent. She's like, yeah, I know. She's like, your aunt should have given you this. I'm like, no, that shows you what disdain, disregard she has for me. That I asked, that she didn't even have the courtesy to give me that paperwork. The court will send it to you. No, the court doesn't. That's not how it works. And the woman was grateful that I called. She's like, I'm glad you called because somebody messed up something. I would have never sent this out. I'm like, yeah, it's been over a month, and I'm just wondering why I don't have anything. And she's like, well, that's not unheard of, but actually, whoever did this, it wasn't me, something or other, and I'm the one who handles it, and I wouldn't even have sent it out. And I said, okay, but what if it didn't get sent out? It was closer and closer to when it's I'm like, is it going to become permanent the next? No, she's like, no, not automatically. She's like, whenever it gets sent out, you have a month to file an objection. And then I explained, well, you know, if I object to it, and I'd have enough dirt on Auntie, but then my mom would wind up a ward of this, and she doesn't want to get into it, of course, and I'm like, but I want to file an affidavit. My friend says if I don't file some kind of something, I'm agreeing to all of this, and just letting it stand in front of the universe, and that's not what I'm going to do, you know. Oh, and bad news. Whatever I can print out there, it's not what took place in the court I thought it was. What takes place in the court is what I got that last time on what my mom requested on CD for all those hearings or whatever. This is not that. I'll still go print it out and send it to Joe, but I don't think it's going to reveal anything. Maybe it'll reveal a tiny bit, but who knows? Probably not. Maybe it'll reveal enough. But no, and we joked, Tina and I joked, it was like, well, my aunt wouldn't call you and care that hadn't come. She's like, no, of course she wouldn't. I'm like, she didn't even, and she's like, your aunt should have given you a copy of the temporary, and she's like, no, she didn't. I said, that shows you what regard, disdain she has for me, huh? And Tina's like, yep. She's like, we have attorneys, you know. I'm like, I know. I've seen them plenty of times. I've gotten ones I liked and ones I didn't like so much, you know. I've seen them in other courthouses too. I know the drill. Yeah, she was like, your aunt should have sent that, given that to you. Even if she's not technically required to, she should have given you that. I'm like, no, she didn't. She said the court send you paperwork. She's like, no, we're not sending you paperwork. We send her a citation, and she has to give it to all interested parties if they want to object. Yeah. And it's been over a month, and I had no paperwork, and I wanted to know what the fuck was going on. Well, now I got my answer, didn't I? No, Auntie wouldn't dream of giving me a copy of that paperwork. I asked her. The court will send you paperwork, and that's not even how it works.